Like if you leave the church, you have to go to the city government, basically, like the city hall. Yeah, there you have a choice, that's right. But you have to go like to the city hall, and it's done all over the city. So this is, yeah, that's kind of like sketchy, bro, you know? There we go. I really like these. Amtsgericht, a court, actually. Yeah, yeah, keine Ahnung. Something like that. I know that it's basically official over the... Or, yeah. Come on. There we go. So let's see. These pipes were such a good buy. Like a really, really nice buy. And when they are when I will be like using them up, I will just order new ones before they are even done. I think we are at half length now, approximately. I will just order them again. So here I need actually only a very slim one. I need only 1 millimeter of this. There we go. Interesting. I've never thought about the church bells. Also, there was once a discussion, why do the church bells ring several times a day? And also, why do some church bells ring like every 15 minutes, which is a very small interval, if you think about it. And I think it is rooted in the tradition that the church bells are providing the time for the workers. So like they know how long they have been working. And this is also why in some regions the church bells rings 15 minutes, and in some regions it rings only half an hour or hourly even, because basically depending on what work you had in the region, you needed the church bell at different like intervals. So that's very interesting because it is region based. And then you have, of course, like the big bells at 12. So basically at lunchtime, you have them at the starting daytime, and then you like start work time, and you have them also at leave work time. So it all makes kind of sense. And then in some cities, it has been changed over the past because basically people thought they were ringing too often. Because, you know, times change, occupations change. We have now clocks and cell phones and whatnot. Would you find a church bell at every 15 minutes too often? I had that once, by the way, where I had a church bell ring every 15 minutes as I was working. And I found it was not that bad. Like, you kind of tone it out after a while. But it also, if you're like having time management things, it can like help you do the time management really well. This is not the church bells, the central clock. Oh, okay. So there are different bells. I always thought it was like one thing in a city that brings everything. But I guess you're right. Were there always a really like different towers for that and different bells for that? Because I really thought it was all over, like in most cities it was all over one building. But only because I thought it doesn't mean it is right. Just saying, putting that out there in the world. Ach, hydrate! Handkantenschlaganfall, Hallöchen! Wie geht es dir?
Greetings.
How are you? Cheers! And there we go. Oh, das Auspacken geht auch gut voran. Very good, very good. That's nice to hear. Not having internet is always a part out of the pickle. Pickle, 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 pickle. There we go. So This one will be very nice. I will de-sharpen the edge here a little bit. You're mostly a lurker. You are very welcome here. I am also mostly a lurker. Okay, have fun unpacking. Should have probably cleaned this one up beforehand, before I soldered everything together, but the thing is, I did not want to pickle it. So we will have to do now. Reading up a bit, you do not think clock bells and church bells are usually the same? They might be shared though. Well, I was talking about the town's clock bell. I genuinely thought that they are the same, but thank you very much for reading up. Now I am corrected. So I'm just filing away some of the excess flux here. Not flux, excess solder. I will go also in with some sanding wheels for this after I have finished soldering everything and make this very nice and smooth. Pisano, hello, hello, welcome in. Let me see.
Hi there.
Pisano was in his workshop today and he was doing all different things. One of all, he was building an electric guitar. Bass guitar? I'm not sure. I do not know anything about guitars, but he was building the bass for one. He was also doing stuff with his ventilation, like dust sucking ventilation system. So if you are interested in such workshop things, there is the heart. Hello, hello, and welcome. How are you? How was your stream? Dust collection magic thing, exactly. We all need that in our life. How are you? Did everything go well? Did you get all the parts in the store that you needed? It was good, very good. Welcome into my stream for everybody who came with Samuel and for everybody who came maybe without him. I am Kiri, I am a goldsmith and I specialize on moving jewelry, aka kinetic jewelry. And that is what I'm making right now. I am right now making some like fidget spinners, basically, but in very fancy jewelry form. So this is what we are doing right now. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. The store were closed, oh no! Oh yes, of course they were closed. I'm so sorry. Damn it. Ah. Darn those holidays. If you want to, you can throw in your link for your Etsy shop, for example, for your woodworking stuff. Or maybe some other socials that you want to share. I think I would like to pin it this time. I will try the new thing and pin it. So yeah, by the way, the spinner will be in basically something like this, but in different shape. Just so that you know what we are working on. I'm getting a little bit lost from time to time. I'm sorry about that. Mm-hmm.
The
A clock will not
plan
swing the
today.
bell,
Look at
but
it.
hit
Look
it
at
with
it.
a
Look
hammer,
at
you
it. Look at
guess.
it. Look at it. Look at it now.
Yes, Daz. Yes, the next step on the plan is the setting. You know what? I am a complete idiot. You remember how I flattened the side here so that I can solder it on better? I soldered it on the other side. This is the rounded side. This is the flattened side. I was like, why does it look so strange? This is the rounded side. This is the flat side. Ugh! Thankfully, it does not matter that much. There we go. So I will pin this for 5 minutes. There we go. I am really questioning my sanity right now. Okay, let me put on my dust mask and go over it with some sand wheel and see how it looks after I go over it with the sand wheel. If it looks good enough or if I have to redo this part. No, thankfully it looks good enough. Thankfully, I did not take off too much, just a little bit. This can be corrected. Yeah, it is a very typical mistake. Human mistake. It is also a very typical me mistake. I still can be mad about it. Doesn't mean my life is over. But I still can feel mad about it, and it's okay. There we go. That's good again. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. Oh, that's well, welcome in here now. I don't know how to say it. I think it's not something where you need a reaction from me, is it? How are you doing today? How is it going in your world? I was thinking about not putting um I was thinking about putting not a prong setting in here, but but I think a prong setting is actually better. I'm sorry, my brain is going out sometimes. I'm sorry for being weird. Okay, I do think that I do think a prong setting is good here. So the only thing that I need to do now is to choose a stone so that I can prepare the setting before I solder it on. I do like doing that. So we have some pink garnet. It's called human. The being weird part. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. We're all fine. It's all okay. Yes, pink garnet. Garnet comes in a variety of different colors. This one is pink. I think it's also like the different varieties kind of have their own names sometimes. So almandine is, I think, the pink variety. There's also green garnets. Those are really beautiful, actually. I need to get some. This is some hardcore music. Okay. Yeah, so garnets come in all different varieties of colors. So I do think I don't know if the green ones are natural or if they are only the ones that are treated. I do have this one. I think it's a little bit too big. I need to use this one up. So this is a rose quartz. And, well, against my hand is pink, you know, just like the quartz. So it has a very, very like light pink tone. I think it will not do well against the black background though. I need something that goes good against the black background. But I need to use that one someday, at some point. I think that's all that I have from here. Just beautiful, usually much safer than to mine. Yeah, they are. I don't think they are even synthetic. I think they are just treated. So I need to look them up. I've been like there are several greenstones, so I think people actually like. Lately, the trend has been that people like synthetic stones more than the mined ones, anyways. I need to start using these up. I never know for what. Okay, I think the pink garnet is the one we will have to go with. Okay, so how do I prepare this one? That's a very good question. What I usually do is I kind of bend the prongs a little bit outwards so that I can reach the insides of this the setting better, like this. Sometimes when I make the settings, I also make like the the area where the stone sits beforehand, before I solder on the prongs. Because it's a little bit easier. So I have several burrs that I can do this job with. Basically, these are the burrs that you kind of use to set stones and just like flush. You can also use them to make the setting very well because they have like just the right angles. There we go. So, oh, I will bump up the noise reduction for this one. Nobody wants to hear the drill. It's okay. I now also hear only I am titanium. I have no idea what she's actually singing, and that's fine. Do I actually? So I always have to like try around a little bit with this before I get the right hang of it, sadly. Somehow this is not yet something that I can do without thinking. Let me see if I can maybe put you in such a way that you can see stuff. You cannot see stuff. He is bulletproof, not umbrella bulletproof as it sounds to you. Uh, I will just accept that as the lyrics of the song and not question it. Is there a way that I can do this so that you can see it better? Yeah. Fire away, not far away, far away. I mean, fire away, it's far away would be also. You have to go over the channel rewards for that. The party is only for me. There's a channel point reward for that. There we go. Get your party ad out. When in doubt, party. Youngs. Always party. I am searching for a burr that I had like 5 seconds ago. Well, not 5 seconds ago. It's now a little bit more. But that I took out pretty much first when I was looking through the burrs. And I cannot find it now anymore. Yes, it has been eaten by the pear. It's not this one. I actually thought you can see my table. I actually thought you were helping. How could I think that? Where is this freaking burr, though? I mean, I can do without it, but it's kind of very disturbing that it's gone. This would be against Dad's principles, yes. Silly me. Is it in the leather? I have... Yes, it is. I have looked in the leather, but apparently I've looked not good enough. As always. I'm pretty sure that Daz hid it as I was looking, and then he just threw it back into the leather as I was reading chat, just to confuse me. I'm pretty sure you did that, Daz. And if you say you don't, I will not believe you. Thank you. Eddie Apple. Thank you very much for the follow. The quality department has to save the day again. Oh god. Doesn't fit. This one fit? This one does fit. Very well, actually. Okay, I would say that fits very well. Let me cut these a little bit lower. The one in the corner. You had actually forgotten to follow me. Oopsie daisy. Well, now you are here, and that is what is important. Thank you very much for being here. Ooh. Mhm. So I could put it in the middle, but I could also put it like up here. I think putting it up here would actually be
Hello,
really
friend.
nice. Waiting for the construction site, ja. Ah, kann ich mir vorstellen. 8 out of 16 pages in the brochure next week. Final approved pages, nothing to change with them. Felt really good. Ooh, that sounds like a great achievement on your side. Yeah, I think I will do it like this. I think that is a good idea. Also need some solder for this. There we go. Cut little bits and pieces. I think I need. I think I will cut 3 pellets. I do not need 3 pellets, but I will cut 3 pellets. Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you. Just a second. Just a second. What am I doing? I need the clamp. Could also put it on here. Or should I still do the middle? I am as decisive as I don't know what. Probably does chef. Okay, let me put this down and let us have a hydrate. Do I have some? Yeah. Cheers. Mmm. Friday, you're heading to the inventory storage to photograph and do. Well, that does sound a little bit exciting, like the experiments part. Are you going to try to break everything? Or what does this experiment consist? Either breaking or setting on fire. Indecisive sheep. Yes, I do feel like an indecisive sheep. There we go. That's great. There we go. Fire. Fire is the answer here. I don't know if you will be able to see much. Like if you're watching, you can try to look at this area here, like right where the two catch each other, and see if you can see when the solder flows. I am an indecisive sheep, that's true. Now this will stay in my head for some time. Pretty sure the solder has full. Yep. Sadly, however, is putting oil on cotton rags to figure out how much they can store. Doing the same for paper clay. Oh, so you're like looking how you can. Interesting. Well, I don't know if interesting is the right word here. I have to admit that. I'm trying to see if I have soldered through completely all over the perimeter. It has, okay. So this goes back into the pickle, I guess? I mean, I could solder on the last bar too, right now, I guess, which is the 1.5 wire. It's actually the 1.4 wire. Enlightening. Filling in blanks from the manufacturer, making information easily comparable for the customers. You can also try if the oil burns. What am I looking for? I am looking for a wire. I'm looking for the same wire I made this thing out of. As far as I can remember, there should be some of it left. This is too thick. This is probably the 2mm one. This is the thicker 1.5 one. Which was a huge struggle to get. Okay, I see. Was it like one of those, yeah, regulation things? Or was it just rare and hard to find? There it is. So, little bearings. Most garages were very confused. Very They're like, wait, what? Why? Why does this not fit? You should have added, don't you dare to shame my fetish. Just to make it like as awkward as possible. I would have never gotten that oil, probably. Very strict on having to go to a reputable recycling company. Oh, the struggle of having an unusual workspace. Yes. Well, I mean, I kind of understand it. Best phrase. Okay, this fits now. So what I need to do now is I need to straighten the end up, and then I need to cut a part of it off. There we go. No, there we not go. There. You think the end was to follow the oil, like you find out who the send the oil to, and then ask them. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That would also like what the just G Dubs said. By the way, hello. How are you? I think that kind of binds into that too, because if you have to send it off, like you will not be allowed to redistribute it without. And I guess the used motor oil probably has regulations like that in a lot of countries. Yeah, I bet they were. Yeah, this is the part where I have so little knowledge about cars and stuffs that I just don't know anything about it. And that is fine. Still think at some point I will probably have to get my driving license, and I am so not looking forward to that. Like, no, thank you. It will be terrible. Oh. You then had to redo everything twice. Oh no, I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Oh, you cannot see what I'm doing. I'm so sorry. Trying to stabilize this in the right position. Yeah, this looks good. Okay. Okay. A little bit of solder on there. I could use medium for this, but I think I will keep on using hard. I think it's fine. To go into this 2-hour render. Don't breathe on it. Whatever you do, don't acknowledge its existence. You know, such stuff doesn't deal good with pressure. We go hard here, yeah. Exactly. When it is done, you can praise it into the nirvana, you know, just like praise it high. But until then, there we go. It's gonna be fine. There we go. Just need to clean out all of the earth here. Hi, Snorri, how are you? What have you been doing today? What have you been up to? Clay is baked in. It's mixed up with flux a little bit, so it will not go off as easily. So I will put this into the pickle again. Go! Nope. I'm good, thank you. I'm working on some spinners. Well, one spinner actually. I wanted to work on two, but that's too much. Oh, by the way, you tried making your first pendant with a bearing in today. Oh, it seems like it's good, but you might have a use too to you. You have rivet it and set the bearing, so you'll do it tomorrow. Okay, so you might have a too small bearing for it to work. You might have used a too small bearing. Okay. Well, you know what to do with the pictures. I'm sure it will be fine. It spins great, but it feels too fragile. Yeah, that's like you have to I don't know how much wire do you have that goes through? Like how big is your wire that you are riveting? So I have this thing. Okay, no, this is the setting for the bearing. The wire is 1 millimeter. I mean, it can be fine. Like, how big is your part? Or is it too many questions? You don't have to answer. 25 millimeters. Yeah, that's a little bit too much, I guess. Because you can, like, you have a great lever probably, like when on the side. So my flowers are 25 millimeter-ish, somewhere in between like 18 millimeter and 25. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So my 4 millimeter bearings that I'm using right now have a 1.5 millimeter diameter wire inside. Well, it's 1.4. Um, and the big ones have 2 millimeter. Yeah, of course. And I mean, you can use the small bearings for other stuff. Like it's not that something that goes bad, a resource that goes bad. You will find a use for them. I can imagine. I can imagine. Yeah, and also like the smaller ones, they do not rotate as much as the bigger ones, I find. Although it does has to do with weight. So the more weight you have, basically, the better it rotates. At least at least to some point, because it gets more inertia. Yes. I mean, you bought them for a reason, didn't you? It rotates ages. Yeah, that's because you have like a bigger part. No, I meant like not the bearings. I meant the silver parts. Do you have any pictures already, like videos, anything like that? Ooh, just G posted also his workspace. Very neat. Oh, there is a fan on the bottom. You'll take pictures when you're done. Oh, calls for good polishing. Okay, this is the bearing now. What do I do now? I need a circle for this. And this one has to be out of some thicker material. Yeah, I mean, stones do make stuff more, how should I say it? You can sell your stuff for more if it has stones in, so first thing, hint hint. Should I do a 2 millimeter? Should I do a 2 millimeter or should I do a 1.5 millimeter one? I feel like 1.5 is better. I'm using a lot of 1.5 material lately. It's very new. Not something that I had before. Like before, 1.5 material was something that I used very, very rarely. But when you get slightly bigger bearings, yes. I need the other part for this because I need to decide sizes. There we go. Our little part here. So how big of a circle does it have to have? I'm always in a time loop. Mm. I might have a problem. I think I need like 8 or 9 millimeters. Also, look, what I have in my drawer. This is very sharp. I found it in my drawers. Yeah, I've had it for a long time and I kept forgetting that I have this. It's an old tool that, that is not initially mine. It's actually perfect for markings and such stuff and scratching up stuff. Stabby, stabby, very stabby, stabby. Need square silver wire. Hmm. I mean, I have a square plate for pulling wire. It gets like it is very square though, like the edges are. So I don't know if that is what you actually need, but it does not warp as much as when you mill it. Not at all, actually. Like when you mill it, you can have sometimes diamond shape, not a square shape. I actually bought the square draw plate because I was thinking of some mechanics. Some mechanics you can do with it. Basically, do you know how cufflinks work? There are some cufflinks that have like these rods that you can like bend and they click into position. Basically, inside of them are square rods and a spring that holds it in position. So when you rotate it basically over the corner of the square wire, and then it snaps back into position. But you need to roll it first, even if you want to. Don't you have a mill? I thought you have a mill. Yeah, that is also, I think that is a little bit also how clip-on earrings work sometimes. There we go. I have a circle.
Hello, friend.
Hi there, Ishwood. How are you? Sorry, my voice is giving out a little bit. So the light is so bright that I cannot not see half of the things when I look into the dark. There we go. Ishwood is also a streamer. He streams how he does some CNC work and plans it out. And he has been doing a chess set lately with very interesting figures. Like I've seen a figure, I think for the horses, was it Anubis? Like Anubis had figurines. Very interesting. Take a look. Just got up from your late morning nap. Yeah, this needs to be a circle. I really am thinking. Yeah, this is much better. Holding it with pliers. Parallel pliers, I tell you. Like, best thing ever. Didn't know how I worked without them beforehand. Once again, so that I have the edge very, very good. Cheap draw plates are crap. Well, I mean, a good quality draw plate as buying the mill. No, I think a draw plate is square costs like 50, 60 euros. You prefer to use the stencil instead of compass to mark the circles? Yes, sometimes. It depends on what kind of circle I need. And how precise it has to be. The more precision I need, the more I will gravitate towards the compass. For stuff like this, stencil it is. Maybe it's because my compass isn't that good. Well, it is. Yeah, no, I don't know. Also, I find with a like with a draw plate, with a stencil, I can kind of compare different sizes more easily. Oh my God. I mean, sometimes you have to do what you have to do, you know? And sometimes freehanding a circle. By the way, do you know this trick? Let me see if it works out. So I have here a piece of paper. So do you know this trick that if you are drawing a circle, you know, this is a circle, very crummy circle. But if you keep drawing like over it, the more you draw over it, the better your circle will get. Well, maybe not this good. But the more circular your circle theoretically gets, I think it probably works better on the big scale. Because your brain tries to um your brain tries to basically make it a circle. So it tries to correct. Still a little bit crummy. But yeah, kind of. You can try it out. Like if you draw like 10 circles, you will see the difference. It's done. Yeah, like I don't think these are very entirely circly either. Maybe it's because I'm looking like not properly down, but to the side. This looks more circly than this does. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Like if you do it, it will get better. Happened. A circle and a square. I mean, this was one of mine had this too. Like this one looks like a mixture between a square and a circle. But this one looks pretty good. I mean, doesn't it? Oh, thank you. I was sad. Ooh, spinny, 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 spinny. Very good. Does it stop someday? We can look at this together. Can I open this in? Aw, it's two faces. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, Let me show it to you though. Like, can I open this in the browser? Open link. No. It's Good Friday, yes. Okay, I cannot really show it, I think. Let me see. I really want to show it though. Look at this. It's spinning. Whee! In the bathroom, you didn't have a suitable hole saw either. My solution was a piece of scrap wood with a nail and a hole. Yeah, like a piece of. Look, isn't this beautiful? I don't know if you could actually see anything right now. Join the Discord. Look at the video. Yeah, we had this discussion today a few times. We are disregarding the dance restriction. Eight 8.74, 8.66, 6364, 66. That's actually okay, or yeah, I think it is okay. It's in the inside the tolerance. Good Friday comes in the sense of pious, holy of the world, word good. Yeah, it's a little bit like the word gay. Like if you wish somebody a gay Merry Christmas, you don't actually wish them like a homosexual Merry Christmas. You're wishing them a like joyous. Well, maybe you are wishing them a gay Christmas. I don't know, but it is usually meant as a, as a word meanings shift exactly. Okay. Like I or in German. Yeah, oder Wixhausen is that is basically a village here. That is very. It sounds very inappropriate in now today's language, but Wixhausen. Yeah, Germany has have a very homosexual Christmas is going to be your go-to phrase next winter. Very good, very good. You live in Cologne, so every day is a gay Christmas day, I guess. You like this name, Gaylord? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I also am. I was way too old when I found out that Mercedes is actually like a girl's name, and that a father named. I think it was a father that named the car after his baby girl. I hope it was that way around. And yeah, no. Yeah, you don't say you like it. Yeah, I misread. Sorry. Oh, that was a little bit violent. Please, no violence in here today. Island coffee programming language. Happy Nail Day needs a few more years for being widely accepted. Uh, Java is also an island. Wait. Well, I don't know if I knew this or not. It does sound like did know of the coffee, but I think I associated the coffee as coming from the island. So I think I kind of thought that it was it, but I didn't really know. Yeah. Oh, we have a dead one. Let's bury it. And in French, it came to mean party. Oh, okay. It's also a piece of blade stuck in there. Yeah, let me see. Are there any other things like that? I think there are probably a lot of things like that. Mhm. Yeah, there are probably a lot of things like that. There we go. This is good. Like names who became nouns? Yes, a lot. Yeah, I mean like things that you never realized what they actually meant until you had like this moment. Because I know I had a lot of these moments, but since my memory is trash, then I don't remember what these moments were. And sometimes it means that I relive that oh my god moment several times before I can actually remember it. I have a bad feeling about this.